Tell me you work on a farm without telling me you work on a farm. I'll start. This is my first time doing a workaway / woofing kind of situation, and my very first time working on a farm as well. So I thought that I would film this experience and share it with you guys. The first thing that I want to talk about is why I'm actually here. Well, I need to save my money, which is not a lot. March will be a year since I lost my job due to the COVID pandemic. Luckily, the Canadian government has been super financially supportive, and so I've been on CERB or unemployment insurance since then. And I'm still receiving money. However, I realized that with the upcoming investments that I need to make to get all the gear I need in order to tree plant later on in the spring, I can't afford to do so while also paying for my regular cost of living where I was previously staying in Victoria. So I thought I would cut out my cost of living altogether by doing a workaway experience where my room and food is covered in exchange for helping hosts do whatever they need to do. So that's why I'm here. I've always been curious as a city girl about what farm life actually looks like and whether I would be into this kind of lifestyle. So that's why I'm here, to be closer to nature, to learn something new, and to not spend any money. So, I am currently in this sheep shed, sitting around shit. I brought you here to explain kind of the animals that are in this area. Say hi, Allison. These little lambs think that I have bottles for them because that's part of why I come in here 2 times every day to feed these orphan little guys. And in addition to like the 100 or so sheep that are in this farm, there's also like 10 cows. I can't really say much about them because they kind of just hang out outside 24/7. They live in the back fields. We don't really bother them. There's also a bunch of chickens here, which are kind of like tiny, like schizophrenic little dinosaurs. They are savage and spacey, and we just collect their eggs. These sheep are very adorable, but also I find that they're kind of the most nervous about humans, except for, you know, the little lambs that we bottle feed, which isn't all of them. Yeah, you really do not want to get in the way of a giant sheep and their hay during feeding time. They are very savage. But other than that, they kind of just keep clear of you and make a lot of nervous noises. Hi, Aurora. This is probably the friendliest sheep here, and she is definitely a well-fed little girl. She is the first one to get a bottle every single shift, and she'll then try to nudge the bottles that you're feeding the other lambs with her little nose. She's a low pecker and has absolutely no shame, but I admire her will to live. There are also turkeys here, but they are basically locked up 24/7 because it's a little too cold for them here in February in Vancouver Island, Canada. I love her. She's so fluffy. I actually forgot to mention one of the animals. We also have goats on this farm. These are probably the friendliest after the little lambs that we feed, and they're here as part of a goat yoga retreat experience that the people who own this farm want to be able to run, at least post-COVID. I will say though, my first impressions are that although I did this experience in order to get out of this place of mediocre comfort that I felt like I was in previously, because I was just chilling really hard, not working, just doing my own thing, which wasn't really a lot. I really wanted to push myself and do something new and really start to work and prepare for the even harder task of tree planting later on in the spring. But I realized that this experience, at least within the first week of being here, has really triggered my ego in unexpected ways. The kind of work that I'm doing, although I really like the farm work aspect of things, half of what I'm doing is just kind of house cleaning and stuff like that. And that has kind of triggered thoughts of not really liking the idea of being someone's servant, which is kind of how I'm conceiving myself in this moment. Although I am trying to be more service oriented and give back as much as that I'm receiving, the kind of giving I'm doing is kind of rubbing my ego the wrong way. And so I have to really be present here and witness these feelings, but not react emotionally to them. Because I can see the utility of doing even simple housework. I'm trying to accept as much as I can why I'm here in the first place. But just, doing things that I kind of consider beneath me has definitely triggered me in a lot of ways. I definitely also feel like there is an unequal power dynamic between myself and my hosts. They are this wonderful old couple. I have nothing against them, and they are absolutely not mistreating me in any way. But it does kind of feel like they are holding all the cards. They are calling the shots. They are telling me what to do every day. They are the ones providing me these things as long as I give back and work for them in the ways that they want me to. So as someone who is a very strong-willed and independent person, that as well has been a very tough pill to swallow. But I'm doing my best, like I said, to witness and not react to things and just kind of accept and submit as much as I can. I think that there is some good that will come out of it. So I'm just trying to do what I gotta do and enjoy the process as much as I can. So, believe it or not, but it is mid-February and the first actual snow day of the season for me here on Salt Spring Island. I initially was just planning to sit inside, but then I thought, why not actually enjoy this opportunity? So let's go out and play in the snow. I realized something. This whole time, this entire season, I've been running. I've been running from something. No matter where I go, I just don't feel content. And I keep thinking I need to move and move and move. And this is kind of what I'm avoiding. All of this. Which now that I'm looking at it, it's pretty freaking gorgeous. Why am I trying to escape this? This is kind of what it means to be Canadian. And you know what? Maybe it's because this is the first snow day of the year and it's still not really cold that I can appreciate all the beauty without feeling how much it sucks. But you know what? I'm gonna make the most of this. So my mission now is to find the best place to make a freaking massive snowman. Hey sheep, I have a question for you. Do you want to build a snowman? I have chosen that spot in the center is where I'm going to put my snowman. Do I even remember how to make a snowman? How does this work? I have to make it a ball first, right? Dude, this snow is like perfect! Oh my god, it's like Lego! I'm realizing why I'm here. Why I decided to bring myself here. Why I decided to leave my wonderful roommates back in Victoria to find myself in the middle of a fucking farm in Salt Spring Island. I am here to freaking find the balance between work and play. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna be playing real damn hard. Looks like I'm not the only one enjoying myself out in the snow. Now, what kind of fun are you having out here, folks? Do you know Sheriff Ruby? Do you know what kind of fun they're having around here, Bella? What kind of fun are they having without telling us? Ooh, do we have a confrontazione going on over here? Are you gonna take that? Are you gonna take that from him, Slim? No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, walking away like the better, bigger person, eh? Good for you. Good for you. Peace. Peace. That's what it's all about. We all gotta coexist here, don't we? Oh, damn. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Wow. So that's what it's like in the animal kingdom, eh? Okay. 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 You gonna take that? No, you're not. Get out of my way, note to self. Do not get in the way of a sheep and their hay. Otherwise, you're gonna be like a strand of hay as they mow right past you. Oh. Now you guys look like you live really nice lives. I'm happy for you. You deserve it. You deserve to be nice and comfortable while you're still alive. You deserve to have all the food that you could desire. Because one day soon, your life is going to end. All of yours. Every single last cute one of you all of your lives are going to end soon. We are going to eat you. We're going to eat you, sir. Do you know that? Do you know what we're going to do to you one day? No, you don't. No, you don't. Until that day, you can remain blissfully ignorant to your doom. Until that day, enjoy the hay. But in all seriousness, these animals are treated so well on this farm. And there's even, just across the lot, there's another probably 20 or so other lambs that I think they were supposed to go on the market for slaughter. But because of COVID, it kind of dried up the market. You know, kind of sucks for us humans, I guess, because, you know, they're not making any profit while still keeping these guys fed every day. But, I mean, I guess it's a benefit to them because they get to live for much longer than intended, I suppose, and enjoy these kinds of snow days. So I guess what I'm trying to say is God bless the coronavirus. Oh, I'm gonna be canceled, aren't I? It's about time that we have another heart-to-heart. Because I was just realizing, like, I was getting ready to leave this place, like, even just 24 hours ago. That was just kind of the vibe I was getting, like, oh, these people are too stern, not my vibe, I'm not enjoying it, my ego's being bruised by doing these tasks that they asked me to do because I asked them to be here on their farm. What I'm trying to say is I think I definitely was judging them too harshly. Not to their faces, you know, my mama raised me better than that. But yeah, I think I was just judging them and how they interact with me a little too harshly. I realized this is a pretty good situation. Even before this, I was very grateful of the fact that these people host me on their farm, and I'm not the only one they've hosted. They've hosted people for 10, 15 years. So they seem to be doing something right, Enough people seem to be coming here and enjoying their stays with these lovely folk. Basically, what I'm saying is I am going to stay. I made a commitment to stay for a month, and I'm going to honor that commitment, even if sometimes it hurts my pride. Maybe that's just the kind of lesson I got to learn, to take it down a notch and humble myself here on the farm. Anyways, I got kind of sidetracked. Gonna get back to building my freaking snowman now. Come on, baby! You're almost there. Ah! My baby! It's okay. It's okay. I'll put you back up. I'll build you back up better than ever. It's okay. It's okay. Oh God, I'm going fucking delirious. Oh, this is the point now when I wish I kind of had a partner during this birthing process. Because it's very exhausting for one person to do by themselves. I need at least one more person to get me snacks around here. I'm fucking calling it quits. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you, after 5 hard hours of labor, Betsy, my child, has come into the world. Don't we look alike? Oh, you quite literally were almost the death of me, young lady, and you just came in this world. What am I gonna do with you, huh? So that experience kind of ended on a sour note. I basically left first thing in the morning before they woke up and took the ferry off the island without telling them a couple of days before I was supposed to leave because I didn't vibe with it anymore, to be completely honest. That experience taught me a lot. It taught me to discern when it is valuable to stick around, even when you feel like it's time to leave. But it also taught me when to actually leave when you realize that you aren't getting anything of value anymore. Like near the end, I started thinking a lot about energy equations, which is something that my old roommate talked about, the amount of energy that you put into a project or a system should fairly equal the amount of energy or value you're getting out of it. And I felt like, I was just, the work itself took a lot of energy, but I had to spend an equal amount of energy trying to like the people that I was being hosted by. And in return, I just felt like I wasn't getting anything really of value. The the boarding was a bit subpar. There was no privacy. So I had issues with that. The food, there were issues with what they would allow me to eat at times. And I felt like I wasn't even getting enough nutrients to like do the job that I was meant to do. Like I was always feeling like really tired and sluggish. And yeah, just I don't want to work so hard for people that I quite frankly don't like, right? And so all of that was just building all this resentment inside of me, and I just didn't want to speak up or say anything. I thought I would just, do as I was told and wait until everything was over. But I realized I was literally counting down the days until I was supposed to leave, and I was excited to leave, and I thought to myself, I shouldn't be this excited to leave a place, and if I am, then I should just leave. Why should I just wait, right? So that's what I decided to do. I mean, to be honest, I probably shouldn't have just kind of left without telling them, but that was kind of like my shadow coming out and my last little bit of resentment that I showed to them at the end. I will say I am very appreciative of this experience. It was a great learning opportunity, and I don't think these people are horrible at all. It's just, what they were offering and what they were expecting wasn't aligned with what I wanted to receive from that situation and how much I was willing to give back to it. So it just didn't make sense to stay, but I still very much appreciate them for giving me that opportunity to be there and experience that. And I understand a lot more about what this workaway kind of situation is like. I do like the concept of it. I currently am at another workaway for the month of March, so it's not like it completely put me off of the idea of doing this kind of arrangement. But during that process, I did kind of realize that there is a risk of exploitation in these kinds of arrangements, especially for travelers who are coming from another country, who don't have a vehicle or who may not have many other choices. I can see how some people may feel helpless when an arrangement is not to, when an arrangement doesn't necessarily meet their needs, and they may feel powerless or intimidated to speak up on these kinds of things. I think it's really important to do so, because if you kind of just accept things that bother you, like it's not like that goes anywhere. Like it just builds up inside of you and sours the mood, and then it comes out in twisted ways like it did for me. So I do really think it's important to always have an open line of communication and be willing to walk away when things don't work out, but at the same time also be able to accept certain uncomfortable situations and see the growth value in them as well. So yeah, I think this is kind of where I'm going to be ending this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to make things as transparent as possible. This was my first time working at a farm, and I genuinely did like the farm work aspect of things. I didn't very much like the cleaning, but you know what? I started listening to podcasts, and even that ended up being somewhat enjoyable after a while. So there you go. That's another experience of my life wrapped up, and I'm looking forward to this next one. So stay tuned to the next video about another workaway experience coming at the end of this month. And with that, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Bye.